Okay guys, welcome to part 3 on the RCA. Working today. It's a little bit of a thunderstorm going on outside, but that's okay. Just wanted to give you an update where I'm at. And we've got the chassis out now and it's cleaned up. This is the top side. Have all the tubes pulled and have cleaned all the switches and blown it off and used lacquer thinner on it and got it cleaned up. And here's the circuit board side. Of course, all the tubes are pulled. And I pulled all the tubes, and goodness, it's a wonder the set even worked. There were probably 6 or 7 tubes that were bad. You can see the tubes I've got in new boxes there are tubes that are going to be replaced, as well as some others that didn't have their boxes, but for the most part those tubes were not original RCA tubes. So this set may have a few hours on it. It definitely had a few tubes pulled and replaced. One thing that I noticed that besides not having a back to the set, this is the UHF connector here that comes into here. I'm sorry, the VHF connector, not UHF. This is the UHF connector. So besides missing a back, I'm missing one of these. This is where this would connect into the back of the set, where an antenna would connect to. So yeah, I'm still looking for a back for this set, as well as one of these and the antenna piece. Oddly enough, last week I saw one of these exact sets on eBay for sale, and I think the person wanted $175 for it plus shipping, and I'm like, no, that's a little too much. But I'll keep out hope. But you can see I've got it all cleaned up. This was the speaker line, which before was really grungy, and so I've got all the grunge off of it. All the cords, or all the wires, look in good shape now. They're not sticky. So and then I've done some work on the bottom side here to show. Here's the high voltage line all cleaned up, nice and white. And I've replaced a bunch of the caps. There's a safety cap there where that black bomb was. Pretty straightforward. These are 2 caps that I needed to replace. There's all the old replacement caps, but these are definitely must change caps. They are 0.1 caps that were on the B+ boost side. I still have some here, 2 or 3 that I haven't replaced yet. Those are this one's a 0.47. I just ran out of those, and then this is a 0.039 and a 0.39 that both require a 10% tolerance, and I don't have that, so I have to have those on order. I did order one of these. It's a 0.068 thousand volt. I didn't have that. It's in the sound circuit. And I'm right now getting ready to finish the electrolytics. Here's one that I replaced. It was actually this one right here. It's a single 100 microfarad 400 volt. It's replaced with 1,450. Interesting that it connects here and then goes all the way up through here. but previously it connected here and had wound around through here and all the way up to here. And also this connection goes over to this switch. So this was an unused piece, unused strip that was originally in the set, so I just mounted it there, and then the second 100 microfarad that comes out of the second electrolytic, I'm just going to put him in here too, and just simply move this from here to there. And then there were two other 20 microfarad sections that I added this strip and have put them there. I'm not finished with it yet. Got to connect this resistor and do a few other wiring changes that I'm getting ready to do. But as soon as these caps come in, I will replace those and get these connected, and then when I get back, I'll reinstall the picture tube, and we'll put all the tubes back in. They're all tested and ready to go, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. The way I tested these, and ironically they tested really well. So, you know, at times I'm thinking, well, this is a lot of unnecessary work, and you know, a lot of people wouldn't do it, but with the age of these, even though they're late 50s and they could perform, you know, another 4 or 5 years, at least when I do this, I know that it'll be ready to go for a lot of years, so that's why I'm doing it. This is not very accessible without taking the whole set apart, so that's why I'm doing a total recap. Okay? Alright, when I come back, we'll have it together and we'll fire it up and see what happens. Nice day to work on TVs. What a nice rainstorm we're having here. Where I live, we haven't had a lot of rain this summer, so this is really good to see. Help our grass come back in. It's been a tough year as far as rain goes. Okay guys, have all the caps on the back side of the RCA completed. Got all the values I didn't have in, and they've been replaced. And I've got it up on the bench in a working position, and we're going to do a real quick test just to see where we're at. Now, I think I said before, doing that work alone will not fix this TV, and there's probably a 95% chance that won't happen. But one thing I want to do is make sure I still have high voltage, right? I want to make sure that, you know, anything that I did, any work that I did in here didn't cause a problem, because I did a lot, not just clipping and putting in new caps and all that, but I replaced all the electrolytics and I re-retted stuff. And so, you know, if you're new to this hobby, you want to make sure that I did that right. It's very easy to make a mistake, so just want to make sure on that, and make sure we still have high voltage, make sure you know, and take a look at what the indication is on the screen for what we need to do going forward. I can tell you there's a 95% chance this TV won't work right. All right, I've dealt with these RCA sets from this vintage before, and most of the problems are going to come from these type of caps and the horizontal and vertical oscillator circuits. All right, you've got all these guys here. There's several of them in here, and I would challenge anybody to find one of these sets that works perfectly. Just because these caps were, well, there's no other way to put it. They were horseshit. They're terrible. They're you know, you see the axial black bombs and circuits, and they were bad, but this thing is full of them in the key circuits for the set, the horizontal and vertical. So what I would expect to find is hopefully we'll see an indication of, you know, maybe some signal coming through, but it's not gonna be near right. But what I'm looking for is my brightness working, is my contrast working, maybe even my vertical lock might be working, but that horizontal section down here, yeah, it's not gonna work until we change all these caps. But you know, let's do a test. We'll see what happens. Okay. And then the real test on this restoration for this TV will happen getting into this PC board. Okay. All right, boys and girls, here we go. We're gonna fire this up and we'll see what we get. Someone asked me recently, hey Scott, if your TV ever blows up or one of your projects ever dies and you get skunked on a TV restoration, would you ever show that on video? And I just want you guys to know, yes, I would. But we're going to fire this up together right here, and if smoke comes out, if fireworks comes out, you're going to see it with me. I hope that didn't happen. I haven't had that happen. But I know other people that have put out videos that has happened, and you know, I'm still kind of looking for my first one. But anyway, let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and go fire this thing up, and you guys can watch it with me. All right, so turning on power, and I'm turning on the set. Now, I don't have a signal applied as of yet, but again, what I'm looking for here is, you know, high voltage. Did I do anything in the back of that you know, would hamper going forward on the restoration? I see tubes lighting up. That's good. Oh. Also have the speaker, okay, the speaker from the set. Oh, we got high voltage, okay. All right, so we're still there. Okay, so probably didn't comment on that before, but that volume switch was really dirty and inconsistent. Looks like we don't have full deflection here, but that's not a big deal. Just changing the channel here. Okay, that's good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is put a signal on it and see what we get. All right. And I think for a signal we have the Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Which is an old Don Knotts movie. Okay, alright. Wow, got sound.
You just keep setting the type. But I was sure. Good night, Luther. Nice work.
Wow.
Scoop.
Alright. Wow, we got vertical lock. That's pretty good. Brightness. Contrast. Contrast is kind of messing with it.
He's a karate champion. We better watch ourselves. Go ahead, Lou. Yeah, do something.
Good sound. Up and down.
Why don't you run up an alley and holler fish?
Okay. Alright, now I'm going to mess with the horizontal. And we're getting some response there, and then I lose lock.
What are you doing here? You're dead. Shouldn't laugh.
Huh. This is good. Got vertical control. Wow. Okay. So as you can see, the picture is scrunched. Alright. It's a little bit blurry, but you can see Don Knotts there. I don't have an over-under, which I would have kind of expected, but all this problem is caused by bad caps on that PC board. But I got brightness, you can see that. You can take it almost all the way out. And then, but the horizontal has absolutely no control except for, I can get it to not lock. And I get it to move side by side, but I don't have full deflection. And so that's probably will be corrected by changing caps. Alright. So this is exactly what I expected by doing the work on the back behind. It was going to correct some problems. We didn't even get this before. But we're going to have to go into that PC board over there to fix the rest of it, and then pretty certain we'll be able to get this thing lined out. Alright. It's a little blurry. But, you know, we'll go through the schematic, we'll look at it, we'll talk about, you know, recapping is recapping, but there's a reason for it, and this television certainly showing why recapping is a big deal, because otherwise it's playing really, really well. You got high voltage, you got control on brightness, we got control on contrast. All right. There's contrast, but then too much contrast causes some rolling and that kind of thing. And we do have an over-under situation, which is caps. Okay. All right. So that's the next step, guys. I'm going to go ahead and upload this, and I'll be working on that. I don't know how quickly I'll get to it, but you know, you can see the sound is great. Tuning is great. So tuner's working great. That's the other key component. Just got to get these caps changed on the PC board, and I think we'll have a good running set. Okay? So until next time, hey, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Come back for part 4. Get it electronically restored, and then we'll start looking at the cabinet, because I've got big things planned for that. All right, see you guys.